Hello everyone, I hope all of you are having a great time, and I quickly wrapped up today's office work, thought of solving another context question for you guys, and the question is find good days to rob a bank. Here we are given a gang of thieves that are planning for a robbery. We are also given a security array of type integer that signifies the number of guards on duty on the ith day. We are also given an integer time. We need to identify those good days on which the robbery is possible, and we need to return them in a list of array. How do we define a good way? There are three protocols that are specified. The first one says they are at least 3 days before and after the ith day. The number of guards at the bank for the time days before I are non-increasing. Also, the number of guards at the bank for the time days after I are non-decreasing. These three statements formalizes into mathematical expression which is specified here. Please keep a note of this expression. I'll talk about it in the presentation. So let's quickly move on to the PPT where I'll explain this example and will provide the solution. Find good days to rob the bank, LeetCode 2100. It's a medium level question on LeetCode and I also feel the same. Let's take the same example that was specified in the question and let me just signify time by a variable t. So let's take the input array as 5333562 and the value of time as 2. What is the naive and the basic approach that comes to everybody's mind while reading this question? It is simple and straightforward. For each index of I, you check in both the directions, left and right, up till a span of t days and check whether the condition for a good day is met or not. What is the condition for a good day? It is specified over here. If you translate it to a graphical representation, it will form a valley kind of a structure up till ith day. If ith day happens to be a good day, then a valley kind of a structure is to be formed at the ith day. What is the time complexity of this approach? The time complexity of this approach would be equal to n into t, where t signifies the time value and n signifies the number of integers that are there in the security array. Can we do better than this? The answer is yes. How? Let me just talk about it. What I'm gonna do, I'll simply create two arrays, one the non-decreasing array and other one the non-increasing array. So let's talk about the non-increasing array first, and in which direction do we need to search for non-increasing array. While moving from left to right, we are concerned about the non-increasing values. That means the decreasing values, because up till I the values are decreasing. So let's go and create the non-increasing array and let's start the iteration. So here the value is 5. So there is no node prior to this. The value remains as 0. Let's move ahead. We have 1 here. We have 3 here and 3 is lower than 5. That means we found out one decreasing value. So we update this value to 1. Let's proceed ahead. Next, the next value is again 3. 3 is equal to 3. It's again in continuity with non-increasing 1. So the value gets updated to whatever value is previously held plus 1. 2. Let's continue. Next we see is again 3. It's again non-decreasing it's non-increasing in nature. So we update the value to 2 plus 1, which is 3. Let's proceed ahead. Now what we see an increasing slope. That means we need to reset the pointer. So the value gets updated to 0. Again we see 6. 6 is greater than 5, the previous value. The value gets reset. Let's continue. Next we see is 2. 2 is lower than 6. The value gets updated to 1. So in this way we have identified the number of days in which the values are decreasing in nature, decreasing or equal in nature. Now let's move on to the part 2 of the algo, where we'll look out for non-decreasing values while moving from right to left. We are now building this part of the array. So let's continue the process. What value do we see? We see 2. So it's a singular value. There is no value before this. The value stays 0. Let's proceed ahead. Next we see is 6. 6 happens to be greater than 2. That means it's an increasing case. we are not interested in finding out increasing case, we are interested in finding out decreasing value. So the value stays at 0. Next we see is 5. At 5, what do we see? We see the value is lower than 6. This is lower than 6. That means we have found out a right case, because the value at 6 is higher, the value at 5 is lower. That means it's increasing while moving from left to right. Therefore, the value gets updated to 1. Let's proceed ahead. Next we see is 3. Is 3 lower than 5? The answer is yes. So what do? We use this value and add 1 to it. This gets updated to 2. Again, let's proceed ahead. It's again a matching case. The equality condition is met. So we use this value and add 1 to it. Again, it's a matching case. The equality condition is met. We use this value and add 1 to it. And here the value happens to be increasing in nature. We reset it to 0. Now we have built both these arrays appropriately, and both of them signifies the number of days the values are decreasing in nature, the number of days the values are increasing in nature. And how will we exploit these arrays to find out the answer? Let's understand that. The value of time was given to us as 2. So let's start the iteration. And the first value that we see is 0, 0. It's not a happy case. Let's proceed ahead. Here we see 1 and 4. So both 1 and 4 both the values should be greater than 2. If that is the case, then we found out that ith day is a good day, which is not the case here because we have 1 here. Let's proceed ahead. Next we see 2, 3. Both the values are greater than 2. The time value that is given to us, we add the index to the answer. What index it is? 0, 1, 2. So 2 gets part of the answer. Next we see is 3, 2. And again we found a matching case. It happens to be greater than equal to 2. We add it to the answer. And what index it is? It is 3. So 3 also becomes part of the answer. Here we have the value as 0, 1, 0, 0 and 1, 0. None of them will be part of the answer. In this way, we identify the contiguous number of days in which we form the first part of the valley, and the second array signifies the number of contiguous days where we form the second part of the valley. And then once we have those two arrays built up, we compare it with the value of time and found out the desired result. Wherever the contiguous number of days happens to be greater than equal to the time value that is given to us in both the arrays, that index gets added to the answer result. Without much ado, let's quickly walk through the algorithmic part. The time complexity of this approach is order of n because we are iterating through the input array twice, and the space complexity is again order of n because you are using extra space to compute the result. Let's quickly walk through the solution as well. So I have created two arrays here, non-increasing and non-decreasing. I started the iteration. I have appropriately built in the case. If my security at the ith index happens to be greater than I minus 1, I reset the pointer to 0. Otherwise, I use the value whatever previous one was set and add 1 to it. Similarly, I move in the reverse direction, right to left, and build my non-decreasing array. Once I have built those arrays appropriately, I compare it with the value of time while iterating through the array. And if my non-increase at the ith index is greater than equal to time and non-decrease is greater than equal to time, that means it's a valid case. The ith index is a good day and we add it to the result. In the end, we simply return the result. Let me just comment these print statements and let's try and submit this up. Accepted. It is 42 times faster. I think that's fairly good. The time complexity is still order of n, which is awesome. And this brings me to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for viewing it. Have a great day ahead and stay tuned for more updates from Coding Decoded. I'll see you tomorrow with another fresh question. But till then, goodbye.